Alright, this is part 2 of Waiting for God while living your life. Right? I don't believe it. Right? Well, I believe it. Right? To me, what we need to do and what I've been talking about is basically these times of prophecy of waiting for the arrival of Kolki. Now, I think, right, it's all down to us to do it. And we're all basically done it in this country by not voting. What we're living in really is a burnt out system that's basically not allowing the truth of basically like the statistics of 15 million of us, the unheard third, basically come manifest and basically like let take over. And I think to their advantage it has been because we as people haven't had a plan. The same with America, they haven't had a plan, you know what I mean? In other countries that maybe in the same similar situation of being the biggest independent non-voters that are bigger than their political parties. The problem is we don't have a plan amongst us. I mean, to me, I'll give you a plan, and that plan is basically 13 weeks between 4 people in every job role in the local area. That's relevant keeping in a non-monetary free world. That will sort everything out. And then every 13 weeks you have an online assembly as well, just before the second, third and fourth term comes in of the new wave of people to come in and fill these vacancies and positions in the local area, and you have a review of all the stuff that needs to be fixed and all the stuff needs to be prompted and things need to be voted yes or no by all the locals. You see, it's as simple as that. This way you don't need politicians, you just need each other to continue to do this. You know, and you have response teams, public relations, which we already have, you know, and they just what they do as departments. They do the response to all the complaints of the public relations in every independent and in every industry relevant keeping. This is why I can't understand why this has not been done, because this is Krita Yuga thinking. You see, this is how the golden age, as far as I've know and basically do know, this is how it works. This is what the flow state is. You know, the economic secular system is a flow state. What makes it flow? There's no money. There's no red tape of legality that comes with it. There's no politics as well. You see, as in monetary, legal, banking, politics, not getting in the way anymore. You see, it's just basically action or things that need to be done. So what needs to be done will be done. And to me, this is what should have been happening. This is what the Krita Yuga. That's why I never understand, you know, all these fall of the second Yuga, which is the second death. The Silver Yuga, all the way to the Bronze Yuga, to the Kali Yuga, and now, and like, you know, God's been here basically in all his incarnated moods, and he has never actually removed money in these free falling yugas, as free falling cycles. So like Buddha was here in the Kali Yuga, he said don't eat meat and don't marry, right? So establishing love and diet right between one another. Jesus come again and said don't marry, and he's the only one who indicated as Jesus, the son, the head presiding son, Cupidal son of Vishnu the Father, and he was the only one that's talked about, hinting about the parable of the workers in the vineyard, which is I'm basically extending on this bit on the secular level, right, which is known as the Artha, which is the economic basic like values of systems that needs to be done, and the Dharma, you see, for our Kama, which is our pleasure, for Moksha, which is liberation. The Kama again, see, that's the Cupidal line, you see, the sons and daughters, the heavenly household living between us, you see. What we're under now is a secular snake bite of a system that keeps us in the dark night of the soul. Honestly, there's 3 heavens and hells in my world. What you could say, for what I see it in, like first is the self, heaven and hell, mind, body and soul. Then there's the social heaven and hell. We have friends, family, workmates. It could be a heaven and hell. And then there's the secular system as a heaven or hell. Yourself and your life could be really quite well in your social life, so you're in a heaven, but the secular system is still the dark night of the soul. Why basically, as I say, that Lord Buddha never brought this in, you see, to basically say, and also non-monetary systems, that would have made him basically who he's going to come as Kalki. He never done it again in his hidden incarnation as Lord Chaitanya either. He never talked about time sharing the duties of the essence of Bhakti Yoga. He could have done it then. Now 537 years have gone by, and yet he still hasn't arrived as Kalki. So is it any time now he's going to do this, or and arrive, or is it just be left to us to do it? Because all data effects turns to all us to do it right now amongst ourselves in all the countries. You see what I'm saying? See, like, without sounding too much off a hippie, man, but Shambhala, right, yeah, where it's meant to be coming from, it's a state of mind, man. You know what I mean? The Krita Yuga, basic thinking, is basically a state of mind as it really is. And it's basically knowing that state of mind and way between ourselves, and looking at it from a very simplistic point of view, because it is really quite simple. The problem is you're under an absolute fortification of an awkward system, right, that's wedged itself over us, through monetary systems, and it's got dwindled worse and worse and worse through the industries, and the dynasties through the time and tide of these free fallen yugas, And our problem is basically trying to break them. And as I say, you need a 5-step plan which will do this. As I say, don't vote, become non-monetary, become a neutral country. Then you start to enable the 3913 and the 73444 template drives. And then you basically decriminalise all drugs and have more rehab stations, 24 hours and long-term retreats. All the industries that are left working will know what they need to do. And to me, there's 7 industries, basically, that main key industries that we all need. In my breakdown, they're probably a little bit more, you know what I mean? People look at this and they're shouting at me, there's probably loads more they're not even looking at. But for now, I'll just say the 7 main key working industries, say it's like food, which in that branch has an umbrella of agriculture, medicine, hospital, care work. Then 2, you could say, is housing. Then 3 is travel and transport. 4 is education. 5 environment. 6 engineering, and 7 art. These are those I could look at things, the 7 main key working industries that are here and being hijacked by this world's order anyway, that we're born into its automation. What we've got to try and do amongst ourselves is basically like take these industries that we run as the legs of the world, the working class, and this is what basic freezes, you see, because the legs of the world is the working class manual labour, which is us. We run things, they may own things, but we run things. Without us turning up in the morning, nothing happens, and that's our empowerment, and we've got to understand that. So what people really need to be doing is increasing on step 1, don't vote on voting day, you see, or the 5-step plan, basically, that you really need to really sort of can focus on. Is that 5-step plan will undo the fortification of the system, which is a pyramid system. As I said, one side's voting, one side's banking, one side's the military, one side's the human resources, or we're working 48 weeks in a 4-week holiday, and the base is made a lot of drugs, flora, illegal, rather than basically being decriminalised. So once we turn this all around and extinguish all 5 sides, right, we will basically become a better world, like as a core conglomerate, and then all the rest of the industries, you see, they know what they need to do, and they know how to fix themselves, and it doesn't need no politician representation sitting over the top of us telling us what to do, for their own manifestation, for their own feathering their own sort of like nest of it all, We've got to sort this out, and all we can do is a long game of stopping it. Could it be like in the next general election, 2040? It could be the next general time this might actually all come manifest. Who knows? But it's down to us to sort of keep on increasing in numbers. Though I keep saying we shouldn't have to. That's all we've got, because at the moment, they're just running us sort of like ragged unnecessarily in duties of basically we could timeshare, and basically the cost of living that they're making for us is going higher and higher, and it ain't never going to fall down. There's never been a perfect monetary system ever, right? There never will be, right? You've got to understand, money is the root of all evil. It's the love of money. Not that many people are good with money when we say it's an energy. It's an energy. Most people are good with money, right, and are being good, but those at the top aren't, right? So because of that, we need to remove it. And money has no place on the heaven on earth of the 7th heaven we're in. Money is a subterranean energy, Kavera. This is a subterranean, so it needs to be buried back down on there, right? That's what we got to focus on, and how we remove it. That's it for today. But yeah, this is part 2, and I hope one day some people reaches out and you hear what I'm saying, because I think there's some valid points that we need to focus on as a people and a collective. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Have a nice day.